All right, guys, I just want to touch on a couple things here. I keep on picking up subscribers, and I know my channel is like so much different information. And I go through on my channel. If you go back, look at my playlists, okay, look at all the playlists. And if you go just by the playlist alone, I mean, I have like over 600 videos. Now, the first 300 videos that I did, about 300 videos that I did were just, my day to day coming out of my concussion, healing from my brain injury again, and those types of things. But I put like at least 100 videos into playlists that are all about what I talk about on this channel and on the other channel. And they will answer so many of your questions. So I highly advise people to go through my playlists and watch these videos. I put them in a playlist, only like I have tons of important videos, but the ones that I felt were like really important for people to get a grasp of what I'm saying are in the playlists. So if you go into my playlist and just choose whatever subject, I think there's like 10 different playlists I have there, and choose whatever you're interested in seeing my views on, or my truths on. And they will answer so many questions. Please feel free to leave a comment under anything. Um, you know, don't be afraid to leave a comment if it's something that it takes an extremely long answer to answer it. Look, on the Richard Swink YouTube channel, I only have access to that on my phone, and to type back a reply to a comment on my phone is very difficult. And if I sit there and spend 10-15 minutes typing back a long comment, and then go to post it, and then YouTube deletes it immediately, oh, that is so fucking frustrating. Um, so, I respond to all comments. All comments I respond to, except for stupid shit. Like if somebody left me Lego my ego. You know what I mean? I'm not going to respond to stupid shit like that. So I respond to all comments. And if I don't respond within 48 hours, it's because YouTube has either deleted your comment or they didn't notify me of your comment. On this channel, I'm supposed to get 3 different ways they notify me: through email, um, on my there's a YouTube app that I use to like monitor and control this channel, and then on my YouTube alone, account, it'll notify me. So if they notify me, they usually only notify me through one or two of those ways. Um, but a lot of times they won't even notify me. They won't notify me. And a lot of subscribers get their comments deleted on my channel, guys. A lot of them. I mean, I have people telling me, God, I just spent 10 minutes writing you a comment and it's gone. I have some people who are just, so adamant about, getting their truth out there, that they'll have their comment erased 2 or 3 times before finally they'll get it to go through. Um, so, just be aware of that fact that, comments do get erased. I respond to every comment. If I don't respond to your comment within 48 hours, it's because either YouTube erased it or I didn't get any kind of notification. So I have no idea it's there. I have no idea your comment got left. So yeah, feel free. If I don't respond to a comment, I always reply to a comment 90% of the time, 95% of the time. But if I don't at least give it a thumbs up or a heart, and in 48 hours, then that means I haven't seen it and it's not going to get seen by me. So if you want me to see your comment, and you want to be assured that I saw your comment, feel free. If 48 hours later I haven't, thumbs up, hearted it, or replied back, and this happens a lot too, is I'll reply back to a comment So if you only got a thumbs up on your comment, but you're like, huh, that's weird, you didn't reply at all, and it's a comment that you were sort of expecting a reply on, it's because my reply got deleted by YouTube before it came to you. So because I've seen where my replies back, I'll look at it the next day, and the comment will be on their comment. The thumbs up will be on their comment, and the heart will be on their comment, or just the thumbs up will be. They won't even put the heart on there. They'll just put the thumbs up on there, and then there's no reply. My reply is gone. So and there's no way for somebody to know that I replied, but it got deleted unless they say something back to me. Hey, just wondering if you were going to reply to my comment. If not, it's okay, or whatever, just to make me aware again that it's there. Because like I said, within 48 hours, 95% or more of my comments, I comment back, I reply back to. In all of them, I give a thumbs up. I somehow acknowledge it. So if your comment isn't getting acknowledged, it's either because you left some stupid shit like Lego my ego, or you your comment got deleted, my reply got deleted, or one of those or I never got notified of your comment. So one of those things. So just to make you guys aware of that. Again, my viewer counts, my views, my comments, my likes, my everything on my channel gets fucked with constantly by YouTube. I'll sit there and watch my count go up on videos and down on videos constantly. And it makes no sense. How can a video, if it shows 80 views and then the next day it shows 62 views, how is that even possible? How do 18 views just disappear? How can something that got viewed be unviewed? And that goes for comments, that goes for likes, that goes for everything, subscriber count, everything. So guys, none of the numbers on my channel add up. None of them do. None of them make sense. None of them, I can't go off the what is it called? I can't go off the diagrams like I have a YouTube app that is my user interface to be able to scroll through everything, like all my stats, who's viewing, how many views, how many, all that stuff, right? And it changes constantly. It goes up and down, it goes sideways. I recently, just like a couple weeks ago, had went back and looked at my old videos. Like the first 300 videos I made only would normally get an average like 5 views, because at that time I was just doing updates on my concussion and my head injury and things like that, so it was just a few family members watching and some friends at that time. So I would have between 4 to maybe 8 views per video on those old videos. I went back just out of curiosity. I went back the other day and looked, and just about every single one of those videos, those 300 videos were bumped down to like 2 views, 1 or 2 views. I was like, that's crazy, so like you can't trust anything, any of these numbers or any of that stuff from YouTube. It's all a lie. It's all fabricated. It's all made up. It's like the money system nowadays. It's all zeros and ones in a computer. They fuck with it, move it around, do whatever they want with it. So you just can't trust any of it. That being said, also, guys, if you are going through my videos, my catalog of videos, and you are only watching the first 5 minutes of a 20-minute video, you're missing out on a huge amount of what I'm putting out there. A lot of times it will take me, a few minutes to even get warmed up on and get in the zone, so to speak, on these conversations. So if you aren't listening, and a lot of times at the very last 2 minutes, I'm like, I'll drop some huge things that, I had been trying to think of the whole time that don't come to me till right at the end of like a 35-minute, 40-minute video. I'll think of it right at the end and I'll just drop it real quick. So if you aren't watching all the way to the end, I'm just letting you know, man, you're missing out on a lot like a whole lot of what I'm putting out there. You know, if you're just clicking on a video because you like the title and then the first 5 minutes you get bored and you're like, oh, my attention span's gone. I don't care. I don't want to hear him ramble. You know, you're missing out on the gist of what I'm saying and what I'm getting across, because everything I'm saying is just the way it is. It's not, I'm not selling anything. I'm not advertising myself. I'm not looking for friends. I'm not looking for a million subscribers. I don't make any money off YouTube. I'm not selling anything through. I don't have art. I don't have t-shirts. I don't have mugs. I'm not selling. I'm not asking for donations. I don't have PayPal and Patreon accounts. I don't do any of that shit. None of that. I don't want it. This is about, this channel is, and the reason I make these videos is for when my other two kids, my oldest son is right along with me, neck and neck, healing with me and detaching from this illusion. My other kids, my nieces, my nephews, I love them dearly, but I can't rescue anybody. I can't save anybody. So these videos are for them. So that way, when they're ready, they have some kind of template to go off of, some kind of guidance, some kind of reassurance that what they're, when they're healing, that, you know, things are okay, you're not going crazy, you're not losing your mind, this is the way it is, you know what it is, you know. So this is a reassurance for them and for other people, because this channel, if you read these comments that people leave me, man, they're powerful. I mean, it's touching so many people's lives, like, to see unfiltered truth without a what do you call it, without a what's that word, unfiltered truth without a like an underlying motive, you know, like a selfish motive or an egotistical motive or anything like that. I mean, I've put all, just about every single bit of my dirty laundry out for the world to see on this channel. And you know, so I have no ego, I have no pride, I have all of that's for the old man that is dead, and I stomp him into the ground and crush him daily. You know, this is about aligning thoughts, words, and actions, living in truth, fact, and reality. That's what this is about. And that's all that matters is, you know, personal responsibility, discipline, courage, and honesty. Everything else is bullshit. Everything else is a lie. Everything else is manipulation. Everything else is fantasy. Everything else keeps you in the illusion. Everything else is part of our enslavement. And it's that simple. What else did I want to touch on here? Oh, and then you know, guys, I have another channel, Embodied Souls, EMBODIED, embodied, like embodied souls. Putting some excellent content over there right now. You know, the last 3 videos I've done are just very powerful videos, giving my life experience. The first 2 of the last 3 videos, talking about my son's abuse by his narcissistic mother. So anybody who has kids or anybody who knows somebody has kids, I mean, it's just all around. It's a very relatable issue that I go into with my son's epilepsy and how his mother, you know, is using the system in order to benefit herself. But anyways, so you know, those are 2 great videos. And then the last one I just posted, well, it's posting now. This might actually be up before that one posts. I had a subscriber named Jennifer leave me a comment on this channel, on a video from this channel, actually. Weird and gory details of my childhood, I believe is the name of the video that she left the comment on. That video is from like several months ago. But she left a comment, and she basically left a very long comment going into her story. And so she had given me permission, and I share that with commentary on that last video that's uploading now to Embodied Souls channel. I really sincerely, you know, you guys should go check that out if you just want some raw ass honest what it means to be human in this fucked up enslavement that we're in, and why it's so important for us to heal so we're not propagating these systems of abuse and trauma. because, just by thinking we're being a good person by not, oh, well, I don't hurt people. I don't say mean things to people. I don't, oh, I volunteer at the homeless shelter. Oh, I do this. Oh, I do that. That's all ego. No, true healing is becoming whole and detaching from this shit. It's detaching. It's getting rid of all of your addictions, your dopamine hits, your coping mechanisms, and it's coming into alignment. You're aligning yourself. You're using your it's reclaiming the powers of your mind. The faculties of your mind are the ability to reason, which is thinking about something, processing it, thinking deeply about it, and then coming to a solution and acting accordingly. So that's just one faculty of your mind. The other one is intelligence. The other one is will, using your will. We've bamboozled ourselves our whole lives by thinking we're asserting our will and we're our own person and we're doing our own thing and we make our own decisions, when really, when it comes down to it, we're all, unless you've detached from everything and you've healed, or at least you're deep into your healing journey, you're actually just a part of the system, partaking of all their breads and circuses, all their distractions, all of their nonsense, all of the illusion. And by doing that, you're propagating and promoting the illusion and the abuse. And maybe you aren't suffering, but others around you are suffering because of it. So that's why it's so important to heal. What else did I want to touch? Oh, and then Brandon Swink, my son, Brandon Swink, my oldest son, he's 25 years old. He is sharing his story and on his channel called Brandon Swink. And I highly recommend, guys, if you want to just hear honest, raw, fucking your neighbor's next door's laundry aired out and in a humiliating, humbling way. And the only reason that these stories are being told is to help in our healing processes. So leave comments. And then you got to check these channels out. And I'm going to recommend one other channel, Joshua S. John. I guess that's his name, John. John. He is doing his some really deep healing as well, and I recommend him because he comes across as such an honest, open person. Like, he's literally just searching for the truth and is willing to air his shit out there and show a very vulnerable side of him, because he's an extreme introvert, and for him to do his videos is got to be very difficult as somebody who's lived their whole life as an introvert. So it's very powerful when you go into his channel and watch his own personal videos, because he posts a lot of things that he shares from other people. But I'm talking about his personal videos from himself that he posts, that he narrates, and there's not many. There's less than a dozen. But yeah, extremely powerful. Just to hear somebody else getting out of their comfort zone and embracing that courage and that inner strength and desiring nothing but honesty and truth. So I would highly recommend Joshua S. John too. And guys, make sure you're leaving comments. You got to understand that when our channels get, you hear about all these truther channels. I hate that. Fucking whole movement is all a distraction. Again, it's all, the enemy owns both sides. It owns the mainstream and it owns all of the it owns a ton. There are a bunch of operatives on YouTube. Let's put it that way. There are a bunch of operatives on YouTube that are operating under false pretenses and perpetuating truth, they say, but when all actuality, they're hurting you in to a a cattle pen to keep your mind distracted from the things that actually matter. Whether that be, ooh, the government's lying to you. No shit, the government's lying to us. Ooh, this is going on. Oh, no shit, that's going on. Ooh, this is, so they do all this. And then there's other idiots out there that are pointing at everybody else, calling them liars, and, concentrating on that and feeding bad energy and negative energy into everything. And so, the truth when you hear it. Okay. And what they do, they give you just enough to let them know you're like, oh, they're speaking truth. That's the truth. And it's like, yeah, it's the truth, but it's all distraction, because ultimately, what does that truth really even matter? Where's it going to get you to know that the government's corrupt and fucking, Lucifer is they're Luciferians, and it's not going to do you any good to know all that shit. It can help reaffirm that, the illusion that we're living in, but ultimately to spend, hours and hours and hours and days and weeks and months and years studying up on the true history of things and what's really going on, and, behind the scenes of the government and entertainment. And it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to do anything for your soul. It's not going to do anything for your actual being. What they are doing, guys, they're taking that one thing in your life that matters, which is your attention, and they're stealing it from you. That's what they're doing. They're stealing your attention, thereby stealing your energy and keeping you not focused on healing and detaching from all this horse shit. So, what else do I want to cover here? Anything else? Yeah, they're messing with all the numbers, and you can't trust any of that stuff. You have to, this whole channel, both channels are about reclaiming your authority, reclaiming your essence. Not believing. Belief is bullshit. And you'll understand what I mean by that if you watch my truth, fact, and reality videos, and how to keep yourself out of the illusion and all that. Because belief takes resting on the truth of another. We have the truth inside of us. We don't need to be guided. We don't need a teacher. We don't need a savior. We don't need a rescuer. We don't need a hero. We don't need any of that. We need to be personally responsible, disciplined, courageous, and honest. And then our healing process starts as we detach, reclaim our authority. We begin to trust in ourselves. We start proving to ourselves by giving ourselves the attention instead of putting it out there all the time. We now start to prove to ourselves that we love ourselves, that we care about ourselves, and that we are going to take care of ourselves. And it's that easy because we have all the answers to everything. We know the truth. We just, we think by going out there to truther channels, we're going to get it. No, we're going to get, hogtied and corralled into never-ending rabbit holes by going to truther channels. Most of those people have, like I said, underlying bad intentions, either working for three-letter agencies or working just out of ego, and the truth cannot get through ego. It just can't. The ultimate truth, the distracting truth of all the breads and circuses can get through, but the real truth of what is really going to benefit you and align your soul with this avatar and align truth, thoughts, words, and actions, and get you in truth, fact, and reality. You're not going to get that at any truther channel. That's going to come from you. That's going to come from you being personally responsible, disciplined, courageous, and honest. And just remember, guys, take care of yourself because nobody else will.